According to a report by CNN, the CIA carried out a drone strike in December 2025 targeting a port facility along Venezuela's northern coast, an unprecedented operation that instantly drew global attention to Washington's expanding covert reach in Latin America. Sources familiar with the matter told CNN that the strike marked the first known U.S. military action conducted within Venezuelan territory, raising questions about whether this represents a new phase in America's clandestine regional strategy. Newly emerging evidence is now strengthening claims that the United States orchestrated a covert military strike inside Venezuela, deepening suspicions that U.S. intelligence agencies have intensified operations across the hemisphere. Missile fragments recovered near the country's northwestern coastline have fueled these claims, appearing to confirm that American-made weaponry played a direct role in the strike. Analysts from a war zone reported that the debris found at the site bore structural and technological similarities to the AGM-114 Hellfire and AGM-179A joint air-to-ground missiles, munitions commonly deployed in U.S. drone operations worldwide. The remnants of the missiles were found to feature distinctive stenciled markings, including the words "Warning" and the code 52.0, details consistent with known production identifiers used by American defense manufacturers. Forensic experts have emphasized that these same markings match those previously documented on Hellfire and JGM missiles used by U.S. drones in active conflict zones across the Middle East and Africa. The Spanish-language broadcaster Telemundo was the first to air exclusive images of the missile fragments, footage that has since gone viral online and sparked widespread debate about U.S. involvement in South America. This reported strike follows a pattern of U.S. military actions in nearby regions, where American drones have destroyed more than 30 vessels across the Caribbean Sea and the Eastern Pacific Ocean as part of ongoing counter-narcotics and security operations. U.S. MQ-9 Reaper drones, armed with advanced Hellfire missiles, have reportedly been operating out of military installations in Puerto Rico since September 2025, forming part of a broader intelligence and surveillance network overseeing the Caribbean and northern Latin America. In recent weeks, aviation observers and defense analysts have noted these Reaper drones flying over the Caribbean Sea carrying unusually heavy missile payloads, an uncommon sight that suggests preparation for expanded strike capabilities in the region. Although the integration of the more advanced JGM missile system on MQ-9 aircraft has not yet been officially confirmed, defense sources have long stated that such an upgrade was planned to enhance precision and range for future operations. With its extended flight range, high-altitude endurance, and ability to operate with minimal radar visibility, the Reaper drone is exceptionally well-positioned for stealthy, long-distance missions that could reach deep into Venezuelan territory without detection. Adding weight to the growing controversy, Colombian President Gustavo Petro separately announced that a U.S. drone strike had taken place near the Venezuelan city of Maracaibo, just across the Colombian border. President Petro described the target as an industrial facility allegedly linked to narcotics trafficking networks and armed militant groups operating across the porous frontier between Colombia and Venezuela. Analysts believe that Venezuela's limited and outdated air defense systems may have allowed the strike to proceed undetected, preventing any immediate military response and highlighting the vulnerabilities within the nation's defensive infrastructure. In a stunning development, U.S. President Donald Trump confirmed that Washington had authorized and executed a covert military strike on Venezuelan territory on January 3rd, marking the first officially acknowledged American operation inside the country. President Trump further stated that Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro and his wife had been safely flown out of the country, a revelation that immediately reshaped the regional political landscape and set off waves of speculation about their current whereabouts. In response to what it called an act of military aggression, the Venezuelan government declared a nationwide state of emergency, while pledging to defend its sovereignty through all available means. The country's defense minister subsequently announced the immediate deployment of armed forces throughout Venezuela, mobilizing troops in strategic cities and border areas in preparation for possible further incursions or unrest.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.